edition of Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC and the Skyhawk Sports Network. Scott High School Basketball is brought to you by
Stevens Auto Center. Come to Stevens for all the right reasons.
Your local Allstate agent, Liz Underwood. You are in good hands with Allstate.
Burnside Hardware, conveniently located in the heart of Danville.
Handley Funeral Home, serving the region since 1967.
Farrell and Hill Insurance Agency, insuring our community for over 75 years.
Boone Memorial Health, bringing medicine home.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, your locally owned and operated community pharmacy.
Caldwell Insurance Agency, let our family help protect your family.
Parker's Hardware, shop where the local contractors shop.
Thornhill Auto Group, home of the Motor Mile of Thornhill dealerships.
And by Justin Brown Insurance Agency, your local State Farm insurance agent.
And now, let's go courtside with all the action of Scott Skyhawk Basketball. Here is the voice of the Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
And a very pleasant good evening to you. Happy New Year. And tonight, it's your Scott Skyhawks hosting the Logan Wildcats. Near capacity crowd on hand here in the Hawks Nest already, and we're still a few minutes away from tip-off. But it should be a good game between the 4-1 Scott Skyhawks and the 2-3 Logan Wildcats. Wildcats coming off back-to-back wins over Martin County, Kentucky, and the Wayne Pioneers. And Coach Hatcher, will catch up with him in just a minute. We were talking before the game a few minutes ago, and he was talking about how he felt like he got a little bit of a late start. Football program at Logan was successful this year, and some of those boys that played football now on the basketball team kind of, took a little time going through the playoff procedures and all that. So he felt like he got a little bit of a late start, and he feels like his team still has room for improvement. And as far as rankings, the Skyhawks come into the game tonight ranked number 7, and the Logan Wildcats come in at number 9. So it should be an excellent ball game between these two schools. We're going to step aside, take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the head coach of the Logan Wildcats, Mark Hatcher, after this break on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
With your insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
ACFM, Danville, Madison.
Welcome back to the Stevens Auto pregame show. Join us now as the head coach of the Logan Wildcats, Mark Hatcher. And Coach, you guys are off to a 2-3 start, kind of unusual for a Logan basketball team this early in the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got caught there a little bit out of condition, out of shape. I was trying to tell the kids that. They didn't think they needed to push themselves a little bit. Pretty disappointed in our workouts this summer and fall, and felt like a lot of guys chose some other things over basketball. And, when you do that, Joe, it can show. It shows pretty quickly. And I think that caught us, caught us like that. We've tried to correct that and work harder and get better. And I think we have gotten better and improved. But defensively, we were really bad early. And again, our conditioning. So, again, hopefully we're getting better at that.
You and I were talking before we went on the air. Football program had a pretty successful season, and that kind of drags over into basketball. That makes it tough getting started.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that happens a lot at Logan. But we were glad that they had a great season, and I think they're going to have a great season for the future and stuff. But you still got to keep in shape and keep in condition, get the ball in your hand a little bit if you're going to be a basketball player. And again, I think that was a big reason for the slow start. And again, just hoping we can get back in the run of things. This region is a really very competitive region that we're in, and I think people are starting to see that now. I think when Buffalo beat us, they were like, "Well, that's not supposed to happen." Well, it is if you really look and see. Their kids play a lot of basketball, and ours don't. Wayne, pretty much all their kids play only basketball, and you guys got some guys that just play basketball. So, there's a lot of guys doing that now, and just what you look like on paper sometimes doesn't come true in the games.
How do you get the mindset of your players? Of the 3 losses, all of them were very close ball games.
Yeah, I mean, we had chances to win the first 2 for sure when we were right on the foul line or had the ball with the score tied or whatever and just didn't find a way. And then, Martin County, we played really well against probably the best team that we played, on paper for sure. I think they're like 9-2 or something. And then, we play Expression Prep, which is – we played really well that game, Joe. We had spent a lot of energy against Martin County the night before. I think that was a tough game to come back and play the next day. But, Expression Prep's got a bunch of guards. They got some size. They have a bunch of shooters and skill players. Of course, they're a prep school, whatever they are. I don't even know how old those kids are. I mean, but, at one time we had a 16 or 17-point lead in the third quarter, and I felt like we just sort of ran out of steam. And we gave up 7 3-pointers in the fourth quarter, and that's typically not a Logan or a Mark Hatcher coach team. Right. Typically doesn't do that, but we did that game. And then, but we gathered ourselves, came back, and beat a really, really good Wayne team on the road in a huge game in this region.
Yeah, you're coming into the game with back-to-back wins. And scouting, how do you feel like you match up against the Skyhawks tonight?
The Scott's a really good team. They play 10 kids. Sean does pretty much play 9 or 10 kids. Our kids and their kids played AAU together, so I got to really know Tyson Hall and Elkins and Jace and Colin. I've known Colin for a long time anyway, but our kids and their kids did play some in the spring and had a lot of success. I think they were 15-5, so we got a pretty good read on what their guys are doing. But when you watch the Doddridge game, you saw some different kids step up from Scott that I didn't think would. McClung and Lane stepped up and did some things that I'm like, where did that come from? But then as you watch these last 3 or 4 games they played, and I mean, Riley McClung's playing, he's playing top notch right now. I'd say he's probably shooting 50% or more from the 3-point line. Lane is a very athletic kid and does a good job handling the ball. Jace to me is one of the hidden secrets in southern West Virginia. 6'6" kid that can shoot the 3, handle the ball, very good athletic, very smart kid, knows how to play basketball. We got to know him real well last spring and playing with us, and I'm gonna tell you, Joe, he's a hidden secret down here. But I really like their team. Matchup wise, it's going to be tough. I mean, they got some speed that sometimes we're going to have a hard time matching up with, and then hopefully our size, which they got good size too with Peanut and Jace and guys off the bench. But it's going to be a very physical game, I'd say, and just whoever can make the most shots and not turn the ball over, I think.
Get through the game tonight, then schedule really doesn't get any easier. You got Summers County on the road, Sissonville, Charleston Catholic, Mingo Central, West Side again. Yeah, so things don't get they don't get any easier.
No, it gets a little crazy after this, but we've been off, had a good break. We got a lot of sickness as soon as the Wayne game was over. It felt like the very next day at practice or whatever, we had about 6 or 7 kids come down with the flu. One practice only had 9 guys. So we're coming off of that, but it's probably the best time for it to hit was when we didn't have any games. Again, me and Sean have been talking out there. When you've been watching us, we've been talking for 30 minutes about this region, and you got some teams that got a bunch of small guys that can really shoot and dribble, and then you got some teams with some size, and it's just really going to be which of those things can win, the speed or the size or just who's shooting well and not turning it over, I think. So.
Coach, good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season. Coach Mark Hatcher, the head coach of the Logan Wildcats. We'll be back with more of our Stevens Auto pregame show after this. You're listening to Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
This is 92.5 WZAC, Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
And welcome back to the Hawks Nest. Joe Linville topside. Let's go ahead and do our starting lineups for tonight's contest. First of all, for the visiting Logan Wildcats, wearing number 3, a sophomore, 5'11", Zoe Murphy. Number 10, 6'3" sophomore, Lucas Lambert. Number 11, Bentley Williamson comes in as a 6'2" sophomore. Number 13, Ivan Miller, a 6'5" senior. And Landon Hall wears number 21, a 5'10" sophomore. So they are starting 1 senior and 4 sophomores for Mark Hatcher's 2 and 3 Logan Wildcats. For the Scott Skyhawks starting lineup, wearing number 5, a junior, 6 foot, is Braden Lane. Wearing number 3, a junior, 5'7", Riley McClung. Colin Williamson, a 6'1" junior, wears number 22. Jace Watts, a 6'6" sophomore, number 30. And Jeremiah Peanut Brown, 6'5", senior. And that's your starting lineups for tonight's contest. Jace Watts will jump for the Skyhawks. It will be Ivan Miller jumping for the Logan Wildcats. And we are ready to get this game underway. And a little miscue there at the jump, so we'll re-jump it. And the ball is in the air, and Logan will control. Wildcats bring the ball up the floor across midcourt. Setting the ball up is Williamson. He'll send it to the right side of the floor. Now back around to the top of the key between the circles. Williamson on the far side of the wing. Passes it inside. Now back to Williamson, a 12-foot jumper, and it'll be good for 2 points. Logan out to a quick 2-0 lead. Scott brings the ball. It's Williamson with it in the left wing. Drives it into the paint. And at a tie up on the ball, it will be Scott Skyhawk basketball. Colin Williamson will inbound for the Skyhawks. He'll send it back to Brown. Brown back to Williamson. Now they're out between the circles. It'll be Braden Lane with a long shot off the rim. Rebound, Williamson for Logan. Here come the Wildcats. Murphy right under the basket. Puts it up. It will not go. And a rebound by Logan. Logan resets. That is Miller with the ball. And he'll take the shot. And he'll come up with 2. Logan leads it 4-0. Williamson and Brown with the ball in the backcourt. Now over to Watts. Watts comes around the three-point line. Looks for some help. Gets it in to Williamson. Off the glass. 2 points for the Skyhawks. 4-2 is the score. Logan on top. Here comes Logan with the ball down the floor. They'll send it into the paint. Under the rim. He couldn't go. Jace Watts rebound for the Skyhawks. Here come the black and gold. Down the floor to Lane. Back around to Brown. Watts with it at the top of the key. Drives it around. Sends it back to Williamson. Long shot off the rim. And it's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats. Jace Watts knocked the ball out of bounds. So Logan will come up on the turnover. Full court pressure being applied by the Skyhawks. Miller with the ball, back and forth. Now they get it across the circle, and it's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats. Jace Watts knocked it out of bounds at the scorer's table across the way. Logan inbounds into the backcourt. Williamson with it. Calls the signal to the Wildcat team. He's given instructions. Now he'll send it to the left side of the floor. Back to Murphy. It almost stole. Murphy comes up with it. Williamson on a three-point jumper, and it will not go. Colin Williamson with the rebound for the Skyhawks. Over to the right side of the floor. Lane has it, puts it on the floor, sends it around. Williamson, top of the key. Over to Watts. Watts drives around trying to get it in the paint. Lane takes a three-point shot. Nothing but net. Skyhawks take the lead. 5-4, 5:31 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats down the floor. Get across midcourt. Miller with it. Sends it in to Jace Watts on the steal. Get down the floor. Riley McClung pauses, kicks it back out. Watts, three-point shot from the top of the key, and it will go. 4-3 for Jace Watts. Skyhawks lead it 8-4. Skyhawks found themselves down on an 8-4-0. Now they come back on a 8-point run. Foul on Riley McClung, reaching around out near midcourt. That'll be his first personal, team first personal. Logan will inbound. Murphy with the ball. And Skyhawks come up the ball. It will be Cam Elkins tried to get the shot off, partially blocked. Logan brings the ball down the floor. It's Williamson. He'll bounce, pass it in. It will not go. And a rebound in the hands of Cam Elkins. Williamson with the ball. Lane with it. Sends it back out to Tyson Hall. Now they go into the paint. Off the glass. It will not go. Rebound. Elkins puts it back in for two more. Skyhawks lead at 10-4. Shot taken at the, it's number 21 with the shot for Logan. That is Landon Hall for two. Williamson with the ball. Now out to between the circles. And Lane tries to go in. It's knocked away. Watts comes up with it, shoots from a corner. It will be rebounded by the Logan Wildcats. Now bringing the ball down the floor is Miller. Zoe Murphy with a three-point shot. Wildcats pull within one. Watts with it, top of the key, drives in down the right side of the lane, turns, jumps, good for two. Watts with 5 points in the game. Here comes Williamson, and he is just double-team sandwiched and a whistle. And they're going to call a foul on number 20, Cam Elkins. His first personal ball game, and that will send Bentley Williamson to the free throw line. Shot is up, and it will not go. Bounces off the front of the iron. 3:02 remains in the first quarter. Skyhawks with a 12-9 lead. Second shot is up, and it will not go either. Peanut Brown with the rebound for Scott. Here come the Skyhawks. Williamson down to Brown, back to Williamson, back around to Elkins. Elkins at the top of the key, goes to the right, looks for some help, and it's knocked out of his hands. He's fighting for it. He comes out of the pile with the ball, sends it out to Hager. Peanut Brown with the ball in the backcourt. Now sends it come down, drives in. Little stall, little deflection, and he puts it up for 2 points for Peanut Brown, his first basket of the ball game. Skyhawks up 14-9, 2:25 to go in the first. Murphy into number 10 for Logan. That is Lambert for two. Skyhawks work the ball in. Riley McClung drives it in. Off the glass, it will be just a hair too much, falls off the iron, and coming out of there with the ball, and we have a whistle. Riley McClung come out of there with the ball. And it'll be a foul on number 13, Ivan Miller. His first personal for Logan. Scott will inbound. Riley McClung pulls the trigger on a three. Off the front of the iron, will not go. Rebound by Miller. Here come the Wildcats. Logan trying to get the ball in. Little 8-foot jumper. It will not go. Rebound, Colin Williamson. Scott brings the ball back down the floor. Skyhawks up by 3. And a three-point shot taken by Williamson. Rebound by Logan's number Bentley. Zoe Murphy from the far side of the floor. And it will be Riley McClung coming down with the rebound. He gets the ball down to the Skyhawk end of the floor. Over to Elkins. Elkins in the right wing. Back to McClung. He fires a three. Will not go. Rebound Logan. Coming down with the rebound for the Wildcats will be Mason Spence. And a shot taken by Williamson, but it will not go. Skyhawks come down with it. From the far corner, it is Riley McClung off the back of the iron. Rebound by Logan. Here come the Wildcats once again. Number 10 on a jumper. It goes over. Murphy with the rebound and the putback. It goes over the rim. So Scott will come down and settle things down. Coming down with the ball is Elkins. Now they'll send the ball down to Riley McClung. And it's stolen by Zoe Murphy. And they get it over to number 11. A little off the glass. That will be Williamson with his second basket of the ball game. And the Wildcats pull within 1. Williamson brings the ball down. He's at midcourt. He'll go to the left. Over to Elkins. Back to Brown between the circles. Off to McClung. McClung now's out between the circles. Resets. Still has the ball. Comes around. Oh, and he swings it back to Colin Williamson. Off the iron, it will not go. And rebound by the Wildcats. The shot at the buzzer will not go. And the Skyhawks have a 1-point lead. 14-13 after one period of play. We'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC and Video Productions.
Before you hit the hiking trails with your crew, make a quick stop at your local Little General convenience store. We've got the snacks, drinks, and gas to keep you going. Because every great hike starts with a little planning and a lot of snacks. We're proud to be part of your journey, rooted in West Virginia and built for the road ahead. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
The discounts are deeper in Danville at Stevens Auto Center in Danville. That's right, we've got the best deals on new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fords, as well as a great selection of pre-owned vehicles with prices for every budget. The Stevens family and the entire team at Stevens Auto Center would like to wish Coach Dolan and the Scott Skyhawk football team the best of luck in the 2025 football season. Go Skyhawks!
Let's go back to the action with the Scott Skyhawks on Z92.
Back at the Hawks Nest, 1 quarter in the book. Skyhawks lead Logan by 1 point, 14-13. And Logan will inbound to begin the second quarter. Murphy will inbound for the Wildcats. Sends it into the backcourt to Bentley. Williamson. Williamson comes up to the timeline. Sends it down in the far wing. Now they'll bring it up. Murphy pulls the trigger on a three. It will not go. Knocked out of bounds. And it will go to the Skyhawks. Murphy has 3 points in the game. Williamson with 4. Hall with 2. Here comes Jace Watts. Oh, and it's off his foot, and it rolled down the floor, and it goes out of bounds off Trenton Hager. And that will turn the ball over to Logan. For Scott, Jace Watts with 5 points. Lane with 3. Brown with 2. Over to the right corner. 3-point shot taken off the iron. Braden Lane with the rebound. Here comes Scott. Goes down to the 3-point line. Turns, sends it back around now to Brown. Brown will go left to right. Watts has it, drives into the paint. And they're calling a charge foul on Peanut Brown. That'll be his first personal. Logan will inbound in front of the Logan bench. Skyhawks full court pressure. And Mark Hatcher is not happy. They call a whistle on a 5-second call. And a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. So this is the way the scoring in the first quarter broke down for Logan. Murphy with a 3, Lucas Lambert with 2, Bentley Williamson with 4, Ivan Miller with 2, Landon Hall with 2. For the Skyhawks, Braden Lane hit a 3, Colin Williamson with 2, Jace Watts with 5, Peanut Brown with 2, and Cam Elkins with 2. And that's the scoring in the first quarter. And there's not been any scoring so far here in the second, as it's remained Scott 14, Logan 13. Logan still has the ball, so they must have got him on the time. Full court pressure being applied by Scott. Now they get it in to number 20 for the Wildcats. That is Alex Baisden for 2. Scott quickly has the ball back down to their end of the floor. Elkins has it at the top of the key, comes to the left. Hager drives it around, kicks it around to McClung. Now to Watts. Watts tries to put it on the floor. Gets it off the glass. It will go for 2 for Jace Watts. Now has 7 points in the ball game. Here comes Logan. Trying to get down quickly, a little floater. And Murphy reaches over. His shot too much. Bounces out of the iron. Trenton Hager with the rebound. Skyhawks quickly back down the floor. Back out to Elkins. Elkins goes left to right. Sends it back out to Watts. Now over to McClung. McClung to Lane. Lane goes left, comes back. Watts with it. Spins at the free throw line. A little jumper, and it will not go. Rebound, Logan. And it's stolen in the backcourt by Williamson. And a whistle and a foul. It will be charged against Logan's Alex Good. And that will send Braden Lane to the free throw line. First trip to the charity stripe tonight for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks still leads by 1, 16-15. Lane's first shot, good. Couple of substitutions. Williamson checks back in for Hager, who will go to the bench. Lane will get ready for his second free throw. Second shot is up and will not go. Rebound, Riley McClung. Skyhawks reset. McClung pulls the trigger on a 3. Off the back of the iron, it will not go. Rebound, Logan. Here come the Wildcats. They get the ball down, got an open lane. It'll be number 11 takes it in. Williamson for his third basket of the ball game. Skyhawks set on the left side of the floor. And it's Riley McClung with a left-handed hook for 2 points. His first basket of the ball game. Skyhawks up 19-17. Oh, and they're calling that on Colin Williamson on a blocking foul. His first personal. See it on the replay. Tried to get through a sandwich here, and it did not work. They get it over to Murphy over the left wing. He will come in, takes the jumper off the rim. Number 10 puts it back on. A bounce pass for a quick 2. We're tied at 19. Williamson with the ball. Sets up top of the key. Goes left into the paint. Oh, and it's too much. It is rebounded by Watts. Over to Williamson. He'll put it back for a quick 2. 4 points in the game for Colin Williamson. Had 31 against Roane County. And Logan takes a shot. Little fans were not happy with no call. They get it down the floor. over to, and that's a basket for Tyson Hall. And the official, one of the Logan players, reached up, smacked the rim, probably would have called goaltending. Skyhawks up 23-19. Logan has the ball. Got the Logan player hemmed in, and it will be number 10 once again. That is going to the basket. And Jace Watts hits a 8-foot jumper. And they're going to call a defensive foul in the back floor. Anyway, Skyhawks lead 25-21. Logan inbounds. Logan gets the ball across midcourt. 13 with the ball. Miller sets it over to the near side to Hall. Hall to Murphy, and it's blocked by Colin Williamson, and he pulls the block shot out of the air. Williamson now sends it down to the left corner to Lane. In and out of the loop, it is Jace Watts. Puts it in there, and it will be Cam Elkins with a quick 2 for Scott. He has 4 points. And the ball is loose. It is picked up by Logan. And it will not go too much. And a whistle. And both teams getting a little chippy here on the jump ball. And the clock will go to, or the possession error goes to Scott. Coach Sean Ballard over talking to one of the officials about the call. The officials explaining why they called what they did. 27-21, Skyhawks lead it. Jace Watts will inbound for Scott. Sends it in to Lane. Back to Watts. Back to Lane. They send it down the floor. Get it down the corner to Peanut Brown. Now they'll get it back out and reset. Lane with a three-pointer in and out. It will not go. Rebound, Logan. It'll be Miller coming down with the rebound. And the ball rolls halfway down the floor. And it's partially blocked. And it is Scott basketball as Logan tried to get the rebound, stepped on the out-of-bounds line. And the ball goes over to the black and gold. 27-21, 3:09 to go in the first half. Scott inbounds to Hall. Down the floor to Lane. Lane gets it across midcourt. And Sean Ballard calls a quick timeout. They had his player hemmed in over there. It is a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break. Skyhawks lead it 21-27 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group. At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Let's get back to the action. Here is the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
Skyhawks lead at 27-21, 3:02 to go in the first half. Scott will inbound after the timeout. Colin Williamson at midcourt sends it over to Peanut Brown. Brown goes around the arc over to Williamson. Williamson pulls the trigger on a three. It will not go. Off the back of the iron, Zoe Murphy, and a whistle underneath the basket. It will go against Logan. 21. And Landon Hall charged with the foul. Scott inbounds it. Peanut Brown. Williamson has it, drives into the paint, kicks it back out to Hall. Hall around to Lane. Lane pulls the trigger on a three off the back of the iron. Rebound by Logan's Lambert. And the ball is loose down the floor, and a jump ball. That one will stay with the Wildcats. 2:30 showing on a second quarter clock. Skyhawks lead Logan 27-21. Oh, and it is inbounded. Logan gets it in the backcourt. Wildcats trying to set up something. Oh, they were close to going over and back, but it is Spence who pulls the rabbit out of the hat. Now to get it in just outside the lane. No whistle on that one. It should have been a walking call. Number one comes up with a little floater. That is Spence for his first basket of the ball game. Williamson down the floor quickly for Scott. Sends it over to Hall. Hall with the shot off the iron, and it will be a Logan Wildcat rebound. Here comes Lambert with the ball down the right side lane, a little floater, and it will bounce in for 2 points. He has 8 points in the ball game. Lane quickly down on the left side of the floor, back out to Williamson. Williamson, and it will not go. Knocked down. Logan comes down with the rebound. Here comes number 21, a little floater from the free throw line. That is Hall for his second basket of the ball game. And the Logan fans cheering. They're going to get a call on number 23. Still unsure of the official's call. 22, okay. Intentional, okay. So a foul charged against Colin Williamson. So it will be Mason Spence coming down and taking the technical shot, and misses. Second shot is up, and it will be good. And the Wildcats jump out to a 1 point lead, 28-27, 1:19 to go in the second quarter. Logan will inbound in front of the Logan bench. Spence will inbound to Williamson. Williamson across midcourt, sends it back around. Now a little jumper, and it's Landon Hall with his third basket of the ball game. 30-27, Logan leads it. Scout quickly back down the floor. Peanut Brown with it between the circles, goes over to Elkins. Elkins tries to make a hole. And a foul against Logan's number 13. Ivan Miller, I'm showing that is his second personal ball game. Looks like Alex Baisden checking into the lineup. Ball sent into Brown. Back to Elkins, around the horn to, and it's lost out near midcourt. Lane still has it. It's punched out, and a whistle on a reach-in foul by number 1, Mark Spence. Logan fans didn't like that, but he reached around, tried to pop the ball out of his hands, Skyhawks have the ball. It is Spence has it, jumps off the front of the iron. Rebound, Logan. 29 seconds. Oh, and it's intercepted out of the air by Jace Watts. Watts goes down off the glass. 2 points, Jace Watts. Watts has 6 points in the second quarter. Skyhawks pull within 1. Logan reset inside the lane, and it will not go. And it will be a Skyhawk rebound. And that shot will not go. And we are at the half. The Logan Wildcats lead the Skyhawks by a score of 30-29 here at the Hawks Nest. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
With your insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
From screws and nails to electrical plumbing supplies. Shop where the contractors shop. Barker's Hardware, Danville.
And now back to more Scott Skyhawk Sports on Z92.
Welcome back to the Thornhill Halftime Report. Joining us now is the head coach of the Scott Skyhawks, Sean Ballard. And Coach, you went on the road this week to Roane County and had a pretty good showing.
Yeah, we shot the ball really well and caused some problems for them with our pressure and able to get out in transition and played pretty good.
Let's go back the week before, a couple days there before Christmas. Herbert Hoover came into town, and you guys just played with a lot of heart. Was all over the floor and pulled out the victory over the AAA team.
Yeah, all year long our guys have been playing hard, getting after it. Defensively on the glass, getting up and pressuring the ball a lot. So proud of how they've been playing and executing. We hit some timely shots in that game to, get the win in that one, and they're a really good defensive team. On ball, they did a really good job of keeping us in front and trying to stay out of rotation. So we had to make some shots against them, and we were able to do that.
And even the game before that one, Williamstown came down to the Hawks Nest, and I tell you what, you guys put together another good effort that night as well.
Yeah, that game, that one was a little different than the other ones. They do a really good job of pressuring the ball and extending into a lot of different full court pressures, and we did a good job of kind of diagnosing what they were doing and getting to the spots we needed to and handling it and getting good looks on the other end.
You got Mark Hatcher and the Logan Wildcats in Hawks Nest tonight. How do you feel like your team matches up with them? This may be a little bit different team than we've seen out of the Wildcats in a couple of years past.
Yeah, it's a interesting matchup. You know, they've got a lot of size. Probably, you know, other than Doddridge, probably the first time we've been the smaller team. I think we're going to be able to try to pressure them a little bit, try to get up. It's really going to be a matter of how they handle our pressure and how we keep their bigs off the glass. So, defensively, they're pretty solid. They got a lot of size. They're pretty good in help. So we're going to have to make some shots to let us set up our pressures and try to give them some fits handling the ball.
One thing I want to talk to you about is how well I feel like your team plays team ball. Nobody gets out and hogs the ball that I've noticed so far this season, but they play, pretty consistently, working the ball in to whoever has the best shot or has the best opportunity.
Yeah, I mean these are guys that have been in our system for the least amount 2 years. Most of these guys 3, some 4 years. They know what we're trying to do offensively, and we're not setting out saying somebody's shooting X number of shots a game. We're playing basketball, letting the ball decide what happens, and reading what the defense does, and adjusting and going off of that.
And the reason I say that, Riley McClung had 12 points in one of the earlier games. Colin Williamson had 31 points against Roan, 26 points against Poca. Jace Watts, 23 points against Williamstown. That, like I said, that just shows how well they work together as a team.
Yeah, I think through 5 games now we've had 4 different leading scorers. All the guys that play for us, if they're getting on the court, they're capable of making shots. That's the way we play, the way we share the ball. We have to share the ball. We got to get downhill. Everyone can handle it. Everyone can shoot it, and we just play well off of each other.
After tonight's game, you got a few days off. First of the week, you host Buffalo, then on the road at Braxton County, Sissonville, Charleston Catholic. So the schedule doesn't get any easier.
No, this is a really big stretch for us. We've talked about that with our guys. We got a couple good non-conference wins in that Hoover and Williamstown game, but we can't be satisfied with that because this is our biggest stretch of basketball coming up. You've got our region's going to be really tough. Logan beat Wayne, Wayne's beat Buffalo, Buffalo's beat Logan, and we've got 5-6 teams in our region that are really good. So I think there's going to be a lot of that. Beating up on each other, so we got to take care of business in these region games, and our 4 of our next 5 games, including tonight, are with some of those tough region teams. Got Logan, and then we've got Buffalo, Sissonville, and Catholic. So we got to be ready to go.
Coach, good luck in tonight's contest. Hopefully we can catch up with you after the game tonight. Coach Sean Ballard, head coach of the Scott Skyhawks. We'll be back with more of our Thornhill halftime report after this. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow!
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The Skyhawks Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Hawks Nest. The Logan Wildcats lead the Scott Skyhawks 30-29 in what's been a barn burner so far here in the first half. Quickly, take a look at individual scoring for Logan. Zoe Murphy with 3, Lucas Lambert with 6, Bentley Williamson has 8, Ivan Miller with 2, Landon Hall with 6, Mason Spence off the bench with 3, Alex Bazin off the bench with 2. For the Skyhawks, Braden Lane has 3, Riley McClung with 2, Colin Williamson with 4, Jay Swatts, the sophomore, has 11, Peanut Brown with 2, Cam Elkins off the bench with 4, and Tyson Hall off the bench with 2. So that's the scoring in the first half. Our officials from the WVSSAC for tonight's game is Jason Wilkinson, Tim Raines, and Mark Akers. And it will be the Skyhawks getting the ball to begin the third quarter of play. Jay Swatts stands out of bounds here at the main entry to the Hawks Nest. And here we go into the backcourt to Lane. Lane goes to the left side of the floor, brings it over to Watts. Back to Williamson. Williamson down in the corner, into Watts. Sends it back to Williamson from the corner, 3 points. Skyhawks jumps out by 2. Full court pressure being applied by the black and gold. Down in the right corner, it is number 10. He goes straight up, Lucas Lambert. But he goes up with Jace Watts. It's knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wildcats. Williamson will inbound for Logan. Trying to find. Now they get it in the corner. Back to Williamson. It'll be number 13 in the lane. That is Ivan Miller with 2 more. Scouts quickly down the floor with the ball. Colin Williamson sends it over to Watts. Watts puts it on the floor. Comes down to the right side of the paint. Now they get it back out to Peanut Brown to McClung. Now they're Colin Williamson with 3 more points. Back-to-back threes, and the Skyhawks have 6 points on the board and a 3-point lead. Logan across midcourt, down into a little floater. And they're calling Lucas Lambert on a foul. And no basket. Charge. Watts and Williamson brings the ball down the floor across midcourt. Comes to the right side. Not sure what Watts was looking for, and they get it out to Williamson. They're sticking to Williamson like glue. He's hit 2 threes. McClung gets it, sends it over to Peanut Brown on the far side of the floor. Oh, and it's deflected and comes down, and a quick 2 points for Lambert for the Wildcats. 35-34. Skyhawks. Over the floor to McClung. McClung around the behind his back. Peanut Brown off the glass. Oh, and that's, and the Skyhawk fans are disappointed there was no foul, but Braden Lane comes back out with the rebound and hits a 3-pointer. And now they're calling a foul. Not sure what that was all about. Logan gets the ball down the floor. Murphy has it just outside the paint. Shot blocked. He hangs on to the ball. Williamson gets around, and it is number 10 once again for the Wildcats. Lambert underneath on a little hook shot. Skyhawks set on their end of the floor. They lead by 2. Colin Williamson's shot this time. Oh, and it's stolen, and it's a jump ball. Well, and still waiting on to see what it is. Jump ball is called by the officials, and the possession area goes with Logan. Cam Elkins checks into the lineup for Scott. Watts will go to the bench. 5:35 on the third quarter clock. Skyhawks lead it 38-36. Logan brings the ball in. Murphy has it in the far corner. And Logan loses the handle, but it looks like it was knocked out of bounds by Scott, so it will stay with the Wildcats. On Logan's end of the floor. And a floater will not go. And the second shot is up, will not go. Third shot will go. That was scored by number 13, Ivan Miller. Skyhawks quickly set the ball up on their end. Williamson trying to get it around. Peanut Brown with a short jumper, and it will be thrown down the floor on the rebound by Logan. Number 21 takes a three-point shot. It is nothing but net for Landon Hall, and Logan jumps out to a 41-38 lead. Skyhawks reset. Williamson. Williamson tripped over a player's foot. Now we're getting really chippy on the floor. And Scott has an injured player on the floor. That is Colin Williamson. He's getting up slowly. Jerry Quisenberry comes out to check on him. Williamson walks over to the Scott bench. And now the official is signaling a jump ball. Game's getting a little chippy here midway through the third quarter. Logan leads at 41-38, 4:41 showing on a third quarter clock. Scott has the ball. Williamson is still in the game. He will inbound. Now the officials are talking things over. I think they're wanting Williamson to go out of the ball game. Now they're sending in Williamson to the bench. So now they're sending Peanut Brown back into the game for Williamson to sit out one series. Elkins will inbound for Scott. Oh my gosh, they called over and back on Scott after Logan forced the pressure of the ball. Not sure we got that on instant replay. Here's the Thornhill Automotive instant replay. And maybe not. Maybe it was a legit over and back call. Here Logan has the ball. 4:35 showing on the third quarter. Over to Zoe Murphy. Murphy back out to Miller. Miller back to number 2. Oh, and it's blocked! And Scott comes up with it. Sends the ball down to Colin Williamson. And it drops in for 2. Williamson with 8 points so far in the... Oh, and it's blocked again, this time by Jace Watts. Going to the basket was Bentley Williamson. Williamson, a 6'2" sophomore, and it was deflected away. And the shot ball bounces around, and they drop the shoulder, no whistle, and the ball goes in by Ivan Miller. He's got 6 points in the quarter. Logan jumps out 43-40. Off the glass. And Jace Watt, actually Cam Elkins puts it up for 2 points for Scott. And it is Lucas Lambert with 2 more points for the Wildcats. 45-42, Logan on top. And it is Tyson Hall. Comes in with a off-the-glass shot for Scott. Logan now trying to slow things down. Holding the ball in the backcourt. And the shot is rebound. The ball is loose. And Logan will come up with it. Still floating around. They finally get it over to Murphy. Oh, and the shot is blocked and a whistle. Number 11, Williamson, went to the shot. And going to the free throw line is Williamson. First shot up and good. Logan jumps out to a 45-44 lead. Scott making several substitutions. Williamson getting ready for the second shot. Actually, Logan up by 2. Logan back to 3. 47-44. Lane brings the ball down the floor. Peanut Brown comes to the right. Jace Watts pulls the trigger on a 3, and it will go. His second 3 of the ball game. We are tied at 47. And it is Alex Baisden with his second basket off the glass for Logan. Wildcats up by 2. Elkins, top of the key, goes left, stops, looks for some help. Over to Watts. Watts gets it, and it's off the front of the iron. And Logan's. Spence will rebound. He'll get it down. And it is Lucas Lambert with 2 more. Logan jumps out to a 51-47 lead. And the ball is loose, and Skyhawks hang on to it. And Jace Watts gets it up. Second attempt, no go. Man, and they are rough on the floor. Here comes Zoe Murphy. And it bounces off the glass. Peanut Brown with the rebound. Here comes the Skyhawks. And Logan comes down with a quick shot. And they'll throw it away, and it will go back in favor of the Skyhawks. Everybody's trying to play a fast-paced ball game. Both teams need to settle down just a little bit. Logan on top, 51-47, 1:24 to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks will inbound. Williamson at midcourt. He'll back over to Watts, over to far corner to Hager. Back around to Brown. Out to Lane. Williamson between the circles. Looks, goes left. Over to the near side. And it will be nothing but air for Hager. And it is that 11 on the shot? Peanut Brown from the corner, nothing but net. And loose ball, Skyhawks come up with it. Jace Watts comes in. Little jumper on the float, and it will be Logan basketball. And a blocked shot. He tried to stuff it. Number 13, Ivan Miller, and it was blocked and a foul by Peanut Brown, but he did not get his slam dunk. Miller will go to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game. Logan leads 53-50. 54-50. First shot is successful. Skyhawks making a couple of substitutions. Miller gets ready for the second shot. It is up and good. Logan leads by 5. Skyhawks inbound. Logan applies full court pressure. Lane with it in front of the Scott bench. Back to Watts. 3-point shot taken off the back of the iron. Logan comes down with the rebound. Skyhawks come up with the loose ball. Here comes Tyson Hall. Over to Riley McClung for 2 points. That ends the quarter, and Logan hangs on to a 55-52 lead after 3 quarters of play here from the Hawks Nest.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Merry Christmas! 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 Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas from Fayette Clinic.
Merry Christmas! 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 Merry Christmas!
From our Access Health family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
3 quarters are in the books. Logan hangs on to a 55-52 lead over the Scott Skyhawks. It will be Logan inbounding to begin the 4th quarter of play. Logan. Too much off the glass. Ball still being bopped around. It goes out of bounds. Oh, my goodness, they say it's off Peanut Brown. He said he shook his head. Yeah, it's off his foot. It will stay with Logan under their basket. They'll send it back out. Little jumper off the iron. It will be lost off the fingertips of Zoe Murphy. Turnover to the Skyhawks. Williamson across midcourt. Over to Watts. Back to Williamson. Over to Watts. Back and forth. Watts drives in. It's knocked out of his hands. Man, there's some crazy ball in here tonight. Logan comes up with the loose ball. Now they'll get it over to Murphy. Back outside. Now over to the far side. Back and forth. Down to the corner. Logan trying to work out something. They get it back into Zoe Murphy. Too much. And Scott comes down with the rebound. Over to Peanut Brown. Oh, what a move by Peanut Brown. He's acted like he was going for the shot, pulled it back in, and 2 Logan players went whizzing by him like a tornado. Here comes Logan with the ball. They trail by 1. Yeah, that's right. A traveling call against Logan. Ball goes out of bounds. It will go to the Skyhawks. Colin Williamson and Cam Elkins will inbound the ball for Scott. 6:33 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks trail by 1. Colin Williamson misses the shot. Oh, and that was a traveling call. Oh, my goodness gracious. Ball will not go, and Scott comes down with the ball. Man, this game is rough and tough. Down to the corner, Peanut Brown with the shot off the iron. And it will be Cam Elkins with the rebound and the putback for 2 quick points. And Scott jumps out to a 1-point lead. And it'll be number 10 inside. Lambert with the shot from inside the free throw line. A full timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. Logan leads Scott 57-56.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
5:45, excuse me, on a fourth quarter clock. Logan leads Scott 57-56. It will be the Scott Skyhawks inbounding and must go the full length of the floor. Logan comes down, shows full court pressure. Now they get it into McClung. McClung brings the ball down the floor, and it will stay with Scott. Ball was blocked, but Scott will reset on their end of the floor. Williamson will inbound for the Skyhawks. Oh, and a foul on Logan's number 10. That is Lucas Lambert with the foul. And Cam Elkins will go to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First shot is good, and we are tied at 57. Second shot is good, and the Skyhawks have a 1-point lead. Tyson Hall checks in for the black and gold. Now Logan's trying to decide who's going to take the ball out of bounds. Full court pressure being applied by the Skyhawks. They finally get it in. Oh, and they lose the ball on the bounce pass. Try to get it into Lambert. It bounces over his head. Turnover back to the Skyhawks. Riley McClung checks in for Scott. Inbound to McClung, back to Watts. Watts comes to the right side of the floor. Out to Williamson. Between the circles. Now back to Lane, back to Williamson. Off the glass and 2 points for Colin Williamson. Skyhawks up by 3. And Logan loses the ball and it goes to the Skyhawks right in front of the scorer's stand at midcourt. Coach Hatcher not happy about that one. From the corner, back to Cam Elkins, and it's pulled out of the sky by Logan's. Number 10, Lambert, he'll go down. A little floater off the front of the iron. Rebound, Logan, too much. And the ball's still loose on the floor, and the Skyhawks pick it up. Here come the black and gold. Now they'll slow things down just a little bit. 4:30 to go in the game. Skyhawks up by 3. Jace Watts takes it down off the glass, and rebound by the Wildcats. Here come the black, or the blue and gold. Oh! Yes! Number 11 drops the shoulder, Bentley Williamson. And a charge is assessed to him, and the ball will go to the Skyhawks. Scott will inbound now. Hatcher's pulling his crew down for full court pressure. Scott inbounds the ball down to, knocked out of bounds by Murphy from Logan, so it will stay with Scott. Inbound to Lane. Back to Watts. Watts at the paint. Turns around. Oh, and Watts gets the rebound and a putback for 2 more points. Skyhawks lead at 62-57. And we have a timeout on the floor. A 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here. So the Skyhawks have pulled out to a 62-57 lead. Lucas Lambert with the only 2 points of the quarter. For Scott, it will be Jace Watts with 4, Peanut Brown with 2, and Cam Elkins with 4. 2 of those from the charity stripe. So this game coming down to the wire. 40% is from field goal range for both teams. They are dead even from the floor. 25-63 for Logan and 26-65 for the Skyhawks. I want to thank Brian Shepard for testing out his new scoring program here at the game tonight. He is the sports information director at West Virginia State. Logan inbounds the ball. They'll go down the right side of the floor. And they'll get it in to number 1. A little floater in, and it will stay in by Spence. Skyhawks hang on to the lead. Williamson brings the ball down the floor across midcourt. He'll drive it in, sends it over to Riley McClung. High arcing shot, rebound by Miller. Here come the Wildcats. And it's shot. Oh, and they're going to call a foul. They called it on number 11. Oh, it must have. Well, not sure who they called that foul on. I thought he said 11, but there's no 11 on the floor for Scott. Oh, well, going to the charity stripe will be Logan. It's number 11, Bentley Williamson. This will be the 3rd time tonight. He was 0 for 2 in the first quarter, 2 for 2 in the 3rd quarter. First shot is up, and it is not going to go. It bounces off to the left. Skyhawks hang on to a 62-59 lead. 3:17 to go in the ball game. Williamson's second shot is not going to go, and Jace Watts with the rebound. Over to Riley McClung, back to Watts. Watts brings the ball down the floor. Over to the right wing, sends it across the way to Lane. Now a little razzle-dazzle in the back court. And they're going to call a foul on Colin Williamson for Scott. That's at least his third, maybe fourth. And Sean Miller calls a full timeout. We'll take timeout as well. 2:57 to go in the ball game. 62-59. It's the Skyhawks on top.
They're not the biggest, but with over 100 locations across West Virginia, chances are there's a little general store near you. With brand name gas and food you know and trust, and an assortment of snacks and comforts that make you feel at home wherever you are. So as you make your way to family dinners and football games around the fire, wherever your destination, we'll get you home for the holidays.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
To more Scott Skyhawk Sports on Z92.
2:57 remains in the ball game. Skyhawks 62, Logan 59. It will be Logan's ball inbounded in front of their bench. They'll send it into the backcourt to Williamson. Williamson drives it in the middle. Little floater, and it's blocked by Colin Williamson. Now they get it out to Murphy, and Logan comes up with the ball, saves it from going over at midcourt, over to Murphy. And number 10 with Lucas Lambert. He's got a bunch of them tonight. And Logan pulls within one. Just under 3 minutes. Just under 2.5 minutes to play. Lane with the ball. Williamson with it. Williamson off the glass. 2 points for Scott. Logan down the corner. Murphy back out to Lambert. Lambert out to the top of the key to Williamson. Williamson sends it across the way to LaHall. Back to Williamson. Back to the near side of Murphy. Murphy pulls the trigger on a three. Overshoots it. And Scott comes down with the rebound. It is and that will go for Watts as a call against the Wildcats for goaltending. 66-61. Skyhawks up by 5. Murphy with the ball in the far corner. Logan trying to get it around. And a jumper. And Logan fighting with the ball, and they come up with it. Now they get it into. Oh, my goodness gracious. And they're calling a blocking call on Scott. I think he called it on Colin Williamson. And that may have been foul number 5. He's going to the bench. That's 5 fouls, that's what I thought. Yeah, 5 on Williamson. 1:23 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks up 66-61. At the free throw line for the Wildcats is number 11, Bentley Williamson. He's 0 for 2 here in the fourth quarter. First shot is up, and it will go. 1 for 3 in the fourth. That brings the Wildcats within 4. Second shot is up, and it will not go. Rebound, Peanut Brown for the Skyhawks. Brown brings the ball down the floor over to Elkins. And a full timeout being taken by the Skyhawks. 1:15 to go. Skyhawks lead 66-64 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
ZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Scott inbounds after the timeout. Back to Elkins, over to Brown. Brown gets it into Lane, and a whistle on Zoe Murphy. He'll be charged with a reach-around personal. Skyhawks will hang on to the ball on their end of the floor. Lane takes it, brings it back out over to Cam Elkins. And a whistle charged against number 21, Landon Hall. Stops the clock with 57 seconds. Skyhawks hanging on to a 66-62 lead. Back to the backcourt. And a reach around foul, once again, 21. Back-to-back fouls on Hall. That will put Scott into the bonus and sends Peanut Brown to the charity stripe. 55.6 seconds. Brown first shot up, and it will not go off the back of the rim. Second shot is up, and it will not go either. Rebound, Logan. Here come the Wildcats quickly down the floor. Murphy with it. They'll send it back. Ball's loose. And number 13 is charged with a charge. Ivan Miller drops the shoulder once again. And the officials are right there. And the turnover goes to the Skyhawks. 47 seconds. Scott with a 4-point lead. Inbound to Scott. And Scott gets the ball. They'll send the ball down across midcourt. Down to the corner. Peanut Brown back out. And it'll be number 10 reaching in for the foul this time. This is Lambert. And it will, Jace Watts will go to the charity stripe for the first time in the game. This has become a foul fest now for Logan. 37 seconds on the clock. Watts at the free throw line. First shot is up and good. It bounced twice before it went through the net, but it counts. Second shot up, bounces, will not go. Logan rebound. Here come the Wildcats with the ball. Over the corner to Murphy. Back around, top of the key, drive it into the paint, and a floater. And they are going to get Lane with a foul. I'm not showing any fouls on Lane in the game, but that will put Logan in the bonus, and that will send Bentley Williamson to the free throw line. And the shot is up, and it will not go. A lot of yelling and screaming by the black and gold fans in the house. Paid off on that one. 27 seconds. Second shot is up, and it will not go. Knocked out of bounds. It will stay. Oh, now they're saying a foul. Lane violation by Scott. There was a bunch of them in there from both teams. So they're going to give him one more shot. Skyhawks lead 67-62. They're giving Williamson a second shot. And this place is loud. Shot is up. It will not go. Ball loose. Lane comes up with it for Scott. And a foul charged on Logan. 21. Landon Hall, I know that's at least four of them this quarter. That will send Braden Lane to the free throw line. First shot, good. Skyhawks lead it by 6. 24 seconds to go in the game. Both teams have played hard. Second shot is good. Skyhawks up by 7. Logan brings the ball down the floor. Murphy with it. Over to the near side. Number 21 on a 12-foot jumper. It will go for 2 points. That is Landon Hall. And Mark Hatcher calls a full timeout. We'll take a timeout to go with 14 seconds. Skyhawks lead 69-64.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group. At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Funeral Home, Danville.
WZAC-FM, Danville, Madison.
Back at the nest, 14.4 seconds remains in the game. Skyhawks have the ball. They are up by 5. Skyhawks gets the ball in, and a foul by number 21. Landon Hall, that's got to be foul number 5. He's got all 5 of those this quarter. No indication from the scorer's table. I've got 5. Riley McClung goes to the free throw line. First shot up and good. Skyhawks lead at 70-64, 13.4 seconds on the clock. McClung's second shot will not go. Logan has the ball. Coming down the floor. 3-point shot taken. It will go for number 10, Lambert. And Hatcher will call a timeout with 7.3 seconds to go, and we will keep it here. 8.2 seconds. And the Skyhawks, in the fourth quarter alone, Lane has 2. McClung has 1. Colin Williamson with 2. 7 for Jace Watts, 2 for Peanut Brown, and 4 for Cam Elkins. For the Wildcats, Lucas Lambert has 7. Bentley Williamson with 1. Landon Hall with 2. And Mason Spence with 2. 8.2 seconds. And Scott is hanging on to a 70-67 lead. Scott will inbound the ball after the timeout. And we got plenty of West Virginia State's finest, Boone County's finest, City of Madison's finest here at the main entrance. Here comes Scott. Scott inbounds the ball. And they're calling a foul on Logan's number 13, Ivan Miller. And that will send Jace Watts to the charity stripe. First shot is up, and it rolls around. It will not go. That will change the complexity. Skyhawks. Come on, Watts, put it down. Shot is up. It will go. It bounced about 3 times. Logan down in the corner fires the shot. It rolls in and out, and it will be number 13 putting the basket in, Ivan Miller. And Logan calls the timeout with 1.1 second. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. This place is packed with blue and gold and black and gold. Logan brought a nice crowd over. Skyhawks with a nice crowd here in the Hawks Nest. In the coaches poll, Scott is ranked number 7, Logan number 9. And let's see what the Wildcats are going to try to pull out with 1.1 second. They trail by 2. Skyhawks on top, 71-69. Down the floor the ball goes. And number 13 shoves them into the wall. That should be a foul on Miller. And now the official calls a foul. That is definitely number 5. And Jace Watts will go to the charity stripe. Totally uncalled for. In high school basketball, 2 shots, 0.1 second. That's the game. And he hits the first free throw. Second shot is no good. And that will not go. And the ball game is over. And the Scott Skyhawks knock off the Logan Wildcats by a score of 72-69. And we have plenty of officials on hand tonight. And the officiating crew, as soon as the whistle came down, they took off. Don't blame them. And both teams now congratulating each other over on the far side of the floor. With the win tonight, the Scott Skyhawks knock off the Logan Wildcats by a score of 72-69. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with stats from the ball game after that. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Basketball on WZAC, WZAC925.com, and Video Productions.
Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Network.
Back at the Hawks' Nest, where the Skyhawks have knocked off the Logan Wildcats by a score of 72-69. And now let's take a look at the scoring tonight for the Logan Wildcats. Spence had 5, Murphy with 3, Lambert had 22 points to lead all scoring for the Wildcats, Williamson with 11, Ivan Miller with 12, Markham had 4, and Hall had 11. For the Skyhawks tonight, Riley McClung with 6, Peanut Brown with 7, Braden Lane with 11, Tyson Hall with 4, Cam Elkins comes off the bench for Scott with 10 points, Colin Williamson fouled out of the game but still had 16, but all scoring tonight led by Jace Watts, the sophomore, and he comes up with 21 points. Final score tonight, almost a triple-double for Watts. He had 10 rebounds, 9 assists, and 21 points. Heck of a game for the sophomore for the Skyhawks. And all the fans a little slow exiting the building tonight. It was a heck of a ball game. It was a hard-fought effort by both the Skyhawks and the Wildcats. So we got plenty of authorities here from the State Police, Sheriff's Department, and the City of Madison directing folks out the way. So for the Skyhawks, they will take the momentum from the win and regroup. They'll get a day off, maybe. I don't know. Coach Williamson may have them in here tomorrow. But they will take on Buffalo on Tuesday night here at the Hawks' Nest. We'll be on the air around 7:15 for the tip as the Buffalo Bisons come to town. Then on the 9th, they travel to Braxton County and back in the Hawks' Nest on the 13th, taking on Sissonville. For the Logan Wildcats, they travel to Summers County on Tuesday night and host Sissonville on the 9th and Charleston Catholic on the 10th. So things do not get any easier for either team. Again, thanks to the entire crew here tonight for Brian Shepard bringing over his innovative stats program that he worked on. He wanted to try it out on a game, so he came over to watch the Skyhawks and the Wildcats. And we've got Colin Ball and Robbie Mounts from Video Productions for Missy Green back at the studio. Final score, once again, Scott knocks off Logan 72-69. We'll see you Tuesday night here from the Hawks Nest. I'm Joe Linville. Good night, everyone.